Alfred Anderson joins us this morning. Alfred, good morning to you. Thanks for your time and congratulations to you.
Well, thank you so much, John. Appreciate that. It's a very exciting moment for me personally.
I'm sure that's true. Really a great honor. And I was saying earlier, it goes back to Richfield High School, your time there. And there's people watching and listening who don't remember Richfield High School. That's going back a ways.
That is so true. I want to say Waco Richfield probably ended in 1986. That's how long it's been since it was called Waco Richfield. So it's been a long time.
That's true. That's what I was thinking, mid-'80s. So that sounds about right, 1986. Did that hit you hard with consolidation when all of a sudden there was no more Richfield High School?
Well, on one side it's kind of sad. Then on the other side, it's good because we're competing against Temple and Killeen at the time when they only had one high school. Because we had 4 high schools, and so we couldn't get a full team like they could have.
Yeah.
Have all the best top players playing at one high school. So it was very difficult and tough, but at the same time, when they did combine all 3 high schools together, Waco High now, they were competing. They were going deep into the district and things like that, compared to when I played, only one team could advance to the playoff, but now you can get like 3 teams at least.
Yeah.
At the same time, the same district, going into the playoff and things like that. So yeah, it definitely has changed over the years.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a good point. I mean, if you made the playoffs, if you won your district and made the playoffs, you earned it. I mean, there was no sneaking in or backing in because only one team made it. So, and in a really tough district like you guys competed in during that time.
That is correct. So it's fun to watch now and to see, Waco High, and to compete and have an opportunity as well. So very exciting.
You were a quarterback. I remember a highly recruited blue chip quarterback at Richfield High School, and then made the transition at Baylor to more of a running back, and then a great Baylor career and pro career as a running back. What do you remember about how did Coach Teaff break that to you or make the change, move you from a quarterback to a running back?
Well, the first thing, before I got to Baylor, I played in the Texas Oil Bowl game against Texas and Oklahoma. And during that game, I broke my wrists. And I didn't know it. I played the whole game with an injured wrist, not knowing it was fractured. I knew something was wrong, but I couldn't put my finger on. When I was throwing the ball was falling short. And I remember after the game, Coach Teaff came up to me and said, "Hey, Alfred, when you get back to Waco, go see Skip Cox. And let's get that wrist x-rayed." And so I went and got it x-rayed, found out it was a hairline fracture. And so my freshman year, I had to wear a cast for about 8 weeks. So I knew I couldn't play quarterback at that time. And so as a freshman, Coach Teaff moved me to running back. And then my sophomore year, going into the spring into my sophomore year, I did play quarterback for the spring. And then every year, Coach Teaff and I would sit down and talk just to see where I would fit in to help the team. And, me personally being a team player, I always wanted to be a team player and always have been, always will be. And so we sat down going into my sophomore year. The Radar Holtz, who was a flanker receiver, had just graduated.
Yes.
And so we didn't have a flanker. So Coach Teaff said, "Hey, Alfred, would you like to play flanker?" Because Mike Brandon was coming back, his senior year at quarterback. And I said, "Coach Teaff, I just want to play." That's my main thing. I just want to be on the field and be able to play. And so I played flanker my sophomore year, and then my junior year, Coach Teaff and I got together again. Like I said, every spring we always sit down and talk. And so at that point, we didn't have no running back because then Gentry and Lawrence Abercrombie was leaving.
Right.
And so it was like, well, if I was going to play running back, at least just give me an opportunity to play 2 years in a row and get that experience. Because ever since junior high, high school, I always played a different position every year. So I never played one position more than 2 years. And so I felt that would give me the experience at the running back position to get that experience that I need to go to the next level. And so that's how it all went down.
That's a great story. And, as I think back on it, Coach Teaff, he wanted what was best for the team, but he wanted what was best for you also, right? Like he knew you had pro potential after Baylor, and he wanted to be a good situation for you as well.
That's Coach Teaff. He always wanted to make the position or the opportunity better in your favor in the long run, and that's what he did. And like I said, he has been very special to me, from the time he recruited me. It's a good thing that our relationship is so special because he took the time to recruit me coming out of high school, where other coaches was assistant coaches. So I knew that whatever he was telling me, I could take it to the bank compared to assistant coaches. So that's why, we have a great relationship, almost like a father-son relationship, because he was always there and always the motivator and the coach that I enjoy and love playing for. And also the most important thing, the relationship that we have built over the years.
Yeah. I was going to say that Coach Teaff, there's a lot of guys that played for him that would say they have that kind of relationship with Coach Teaff, father-son relationship. But with you guys, man, it's something, it's like at another level, because when I see you guys together, you are like a son to him. And I know how you feel about Donnell, and you look at Tammy and Tracy and Lane as your sisters almost, don't you? I mean, that is a really deep, enduring relationship that you have with the Teaff family.
That's right. That's a true fact. Like I said, I call Mama Teaff, Lane, Tammy, Tracy, they're like my sisters.
Yeah.
And like I said, the funny part of my senior year, what Coach Teaff would do, he would tell Lane, because Lane was like 3 years under me.
Yeah.
So every time a recruiter comes to visit me at Richfield, Lane will go back and tell her dad, hey, take me with you today. TCU. So.
Oh, that's great. A spy. She was a spy.
So he knew who was there and everything. So.
That's funny. I've never heard that before. That's a pretty good story. So Lane the spy at Richfield High School. That's really good. Alfred, what does this mean to you going into the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame? It's a great class, and you think about high school football in the state of Texas, and you're now, up there with the greats. What does that mean to you?
Oh, man, this is a great honor to have the opportunity to go into this class of 2026. Always dreamed of this and the opportunity, and finally you get the opportunity. The good thing about it, you get, it's not too late. You're alive to be able to experience this with my family, friends, my teammates. So I'm excited about it, because like I told my teammates, it's not about me. Without them, none of this is possible. And also without God, it's impossible. But with God, everything is possible. And so I'm just excited to share this moment with family, friends, and my teammates. I'm looking forward for May the 9th.
Amen to that. Man, I'm so happy for you. I hope I can be there on May 9th. If I can make it work, I'm going to be there for the induction. And congratulations to you. Great to have you on this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, John. Appreciate you.
All right. I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Love you, man.